Good morning, everyone. It's a misty, dark, raw, cold winter morning, the first Thursday in December, but at least there's no wind. And we've come to the forest with Nini and Posy. And I've only just turned the camera on because I didn't think you'd want to stay with us while we trotted to the forest, and also there isn't much life in the battery, so I wanted to preserve it for when we actually got here. So we came up without incident. Nini is a lot better in traffic now, and there's still a lot of work to do. She's so most of our riding is in the village for obvious reasons. She's so much better with cars in any direction, at any speed, including driving, on wet roads where you get a lot of spray back. So car and parked cars are generally fine, and all that is just great, absolutely great. And she's getting better with vans. If they're at a respectable distance because the road is wider, then they're no problem at all. It's more challenging for her when they're closer and often when they're parked. So there's still some work to do with that. And of course lorries remain the big no-no. But given that the progress we've made with the cars, we're confident that she'll be just as comfortable with vans in the not too distant future. So I don't think we've come to the forest very many times. This may be about her fourth time in the forest, but it's not really a problem for her to come to the forest. It's more of a problem for her to ride with traffic, so that's where our focus remains. And the last time we came to the forest, we tried to get her to have a little canter because I feel she's ready now, but it didn't happen, so we're going to try again today. But overall she's a lot more confident and a lot more balanced, and doesn't do that young horse business where they trot and then stop dead all of a sudden. I'm sure many of you will know what I mean. She can keep the trot going now. And I'm on the lovely Posy because Posy is fantastic with all traffic, but the main reason for bringing her today is that she's very, very good in company and will go in any position and remain sensible. So we're going to have a little trot on now, Amy. Yeah, so when Posy is at the back, she doesn't have a desire to surge forward and ride up the tail of the one in front. So we can give a little bit of distance between, we can keep a little bit of distance between us. And I haven't really mentioned Posy a lot because I've been doing a huge amount with her behind the scenes to develop a relationship, because I have the feeling she was used as a kind of tool, and rather than anybody having a relationship with her, so it was totally new ground for her. There's various things I don't have to do, like the company training is already done. I've discovered that. The company training's done. The traffic training doesn't need to be attended to. She's fantastic. But as I say, she didn't understand about having a relationship with somebody, and like with Jupiter, it does take time to put in place. So I've been busily working behind the scenes to get her to be, the standing business and that you know, was pretty poor, and generally just not with me. And when a horse isn't with you and you haven't got their attention, then, you know, that's when they make up their own minds about their reactions. So they do have to be with you, and it takes time, and the best, quickest and most effective way to get them to be with you is to micromanage their feet. And also, see how she's stretching her neck down like this? Well, that's fantastic. And that's what's taken me many weeks to get, is to get this neck. It's not there all the time, but she is learning to stretch her head while remaining relaxed. So to keep relaxed is a challenge for this mare, like so many. Really, they're all pretty much very similar in that regard. We'll go left here. Right, okay, we're going to have another trot. I love it when their heads come down, not in, but they stretch, because then everything along the back is working just fine. So she can stretch as much as she likes, no bringing the head in. That's really not what it's about. When they haven't been given the opportunity to stretch, or haven't learned how to stretch, their muscles are not working properly, they can't carry you, and when the head's up in the air like a flagpole, their emotions, you know, follow the way their body is, you know, if their body's up, they're tense, and those gluteal muscles are pinching, you know, when they're being ridden, and there's a lot of discomfort, which of course feeds the anxiety. So if you want the horse, because I want relaxed horses that are listening, stretching the head down and forward plays an enormous part of showing them how it can feel.